Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are doing the first haul video of 2021. So as you may all know by this point, I moved out and I'm in a new place. So after the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale, I emailed them. It was like, hey, can you just hold on to my orders and change my 2022 subscription address to this? And they were very quick in the response, and they said yes, that they would hold all orders that I had and change the address for my subscription. And the first batch finally came in, along with a small order of just one title that I bought from OrbitDVD, which is a not local, but a local in terms of the same state that I'm in, store. And they've been posting this particular item a lot on the in stock stuff, and it's looked so good in my opinion. I finally got it, so let's just go ahead and jump into my haul. I have a lot more coming from Vinegar Syndrome, but there's enough titles here that I thought I would just go ahead and do my video, because I believe I got the subscription for Vinegar Syndrome for 2022, so I'm getting all of the releases. So I get every single monthly package for the rest of the year. And in my most recent haul that I did outside of Black Friday, when I got my paycheck and I already paid rent, so I had an extra bit of spending money, I bought 5 or 6 titles more from them and just said to ship it with my subscription. So that's not happening till the end of the month. So that's another reason why I'm doing this haul video now. So let's get into it. My first title is from OrbitDVD. I don't know what company does this, but it's a movie that I've loved for a number of years. I haven't seen in a very long time. And that is this film, Deathgasm. This is a heavy metal apocalyptic movie about a teenager who's in a band. He accidentally plays a record in reverse and summons demons into the earth, and he must use the power of metal to defeat the demons. And it is awesome. I love this movie. I love this box art so much that came with this movie. But my only issue is that on the spine there is no movie title on either side. So when it sits on the shelf, it's just going to be a black bar. And I personally will know what movie it is, but for those who want to, explore my collection, when they come over, they're going to have to pull it out and be like, oh, this looks awesome. But it's just an extra step to looking at, this movie on the shelf. I don't know what special features there are. I know this is a new release. It's one I'm looking very much forward to finally revisiting. I hope there's some good special features on this, but I may do a review of this eventually. But let's go on to the partner labels, because I did take part in the... Actually, I have 2 orders that are coming with my subscription package. The first one is this partners label sale that happened in December that I took part in. And so this batch of partner labels that I bought was during the Black Friday sale. So the first one is one that I don't really know much about, but I'm a big fan of sci-fi movies, of just really great looking sci-fi movies such as Arrival or Annihilation, movies like that. And this one looked very similar to that, and that is Prospect. It is the 4K, so hopefully there's a Blu-ray attached, because I don't have a 4K player at home. So this is such a cool design. I like this a lot more than the bottom loading one that they did for Champagne and Bullets, because it just comes out like that. And this is what the slipcover looks like. It's very sturdy. The back looks very cool. And then you have the case here that I haven't opened. I just got home from work and then saw the package waiting for me. So that is Prospect. It's a weird sci-fi movie with Pedro Pascal, who was in Game of Thrones, and also Sophie Thatcher, who I believe was in Valerian, that really awful sci-fi movie from a few years ago, and I think she was also in Carnival Row, which is another sci-fi cyberpunk movie with or not movie, but Amazon TV show with Orlando Bloom. It was just okay. It was very average, but moving on. My next little haul in the partner labels is one that I am so excited to watch. I heard Leon talking about this one, explaining the story on his review of it, and I was like, wow, that sounds very suspiciously similar to Anguish, which I reviewed on the channel. If you haven't watched that video, please go watch it. There's like 1 or 2 views on that. Let's get that up. But I'm of course talking about The Last Matinee, which is a Spanish film from 2021, I believe. Yes, so just last year it came out. It looks really great. I love the packaging on the slipcover. I love the eyeball. I love the posters. So this is obviously going to be a great homage to horror films in general. And I can't wait to see how similar this is to Anguish, which was from the 90s, featuring Zelda Rubinstein. So that is my next little title that I got. The next one is one that was recommended to me by Leon. He has also recommended me White Fire, Death Promise, and I love both of those movies, so I was like, okay, I'll pick up this one. And this is Commando Ninja. This was pretty low, actually, in terms of stock of the slipcovers, so I was really happy to score this. It looks really great. I love the color scheme. I love the kind of Vietnam War looking stuff, but what this movie is about a I guess a Vietnam soldier, like Rambo kind of figure, goes back in time to like the dinosaur age and finds like ninjas living out in the dinosaur time. I read the premise and I was like, I'm sold. I am totally sold on this schlocky premise. I want to watch it now. And so I ordered it, and I haven't looked at it since. I don't know if y'all know this, but I say this on occasion. I like to go into movies blind. I don't watch trailers. I sometimes read the descriptions of movies. This is probably why I'm pretty late to most movies in regards to checking them out, because I'm like, I've never heard of that title. Check it out later. And then I watch it, and I'm like, why didn't I watch this sooner? So this is another movie where everyone was talking about it a few months ago, and I'm just now checking it out. So that is Commando Ninja. This next one, we're going into the Vinegar Syndromes. These are just kind of random ones that I got during the Black Friday sale. I didn't get many. That's why I kind of waited until I moved in order to kind of buy a lot more Vinegar Syndrome. I am fine paying the extra $5 per movie, because I love Vinegar Syndrome. I completely adore that company, and I'm fine paying the extra $5 during the off sale. And this is a recent release that just came out in December, I believe, or November. And this is Dario Argento's Trauma, one of the few Dario Argento films that I haven't seen yet for the first time on Blu-ray. I know his daughter is in a very violent rape scene in this movie, in which a lot of people say just kind of destroys the movies in their eyes. I'm a Dario Argento fan, so I'm hoping that this movie has a lot of great things going on aside from that, because I want it to not be a horrible movie in my eyes because of that scene. So we'll see. I will probably do a review on this after watching this, so I can keep y'all updated. But I'm excited to just have more Dario Argento in the collection. I'm finally region free, so I'm going to be buying a lot more Italian horror movies. So I do like how they have the lizard on the back, because If you don't know, Dario Argento has a lot of animal-themed movies. Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Deep Red, Cat o' Nine Tails. I don't think Deep Red is one. But he has the Animals trilogy, or the... Yeah, I think it's the Animals trilogy. It's the Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Four Flies on Grey Velvet, I believe. That's one I haven't seen yet. And Cat o' Nine Tails. So it's cool to see another animal on a Dario Argento cover. But yeah, that's Trauma by Dario Argento. And this last one is a box set that I really wanted to get when it first released, but I couldn't just buy it. I was trying to catch up on a lot of Vinegar Syndrome box sets. But this is the Televised Terror collection. And the amazing Elijah Wood is in this as a very young kid, probably in one of his first roles aside from Tom Sawyer. And so I'm really excited to check that out. But this collection, of course, is the amazing design that Vinegar Syndrome has for the box sets, for some of them at least, where it opens from the top and you get all three cases on the bottom. So I'm going to take them out and kind of look at each movie. So the first one is the Calendar Intruders. Calendar Girl Murderers. Calendar Girl Murders. Okay, so that's what it says. It was kind of hard to read on the red, but this movie is from 1984. I don't really know much about this movie at all. Sharon Stone is in it. Alan Thicke, I think I know that name. I don't really know anything about this movie. Reading it, I don't know really many of the actors or actresses. I know Sharon Stone, but that's it. I thought this was Pedro Pascal for a second, but this next movie is the Elijah Wood movie called Child in the Night. This one I heard is a really good one. This one I heard is the best of the collection, but we will judge it ourselves. But I really like that cover. I like the glass. I like him, you know, in that pretty signature looking jacket. The font is cool. Looks like we have a killer up here. Kind of looks like a Giallo killer. But that's Child in the Night from 1990. So I guess he was about 7 or 8 when he made this, because about 10 years later he did, well, 8 years later, so he must have been 10 or 11, is when he did Lord of the Rings in 1999 or 98. So that is Child in the Night. And the final movie in this collection is Are You in the House Alone? So this is a movie I've heard a lot about. I don't know if it's good or bad, but Dennis Quaid is in this. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, looks like a classic house invasion movie like Black Christmas or Scream. Those are the kind of two movies that I'm reminded of when I see this cover. But this is 1978, so this is the earliest movie in the collection. So we have Calendar Girl Murders, which is 1984, I believe. Then we have Child in the Night, 1990. And then we have Are You in the House Alone, which is 1978. So hopefully those movies are really good. These are straight-to-movie or straight-to-TV horror films that they release. It is Volume 1, so they do plan on doing more editions of this series. So I'm curious to see how good this series is. I did not like the Cardona set at all. I watched the first movie and I still haven't seen the other ones because the first one was just so bad. In my opinion, very boring, very dry. Donald Pleasance was okay. But I really like the Forgotten Jolly set. We just got an announcement that Volume 4 is coming in the January package. So I'm about to get another great, thick, chunky box set from Vinegar Syndrome. So just to recap, I got Deathgasm, Prospect. These are all upside down. The Last Matinee. Now I'll hold them all up so you guys can kind of see them all together. Commando Ninja. Trauma. Excited for this one. Dario Argento's The Master. And then the Televised Terror collection. So I'll hold these up for you guys and then end the video. So this is all that I got. And that's not all of it. There's still about 15 or so movies coming in from Vinegar Syndrome alone. And I think that's it in terms of what's coming in the mail. I think there's a sale this month from someone, maybe Eureka, somebody. Orbit, I think, is doing a sale. There's not many sales going on in this month because we have had sales week after week throughout the entirety of November and December. So thankfully they're easing up on that. But that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll try to review all of these. If not, I'll at least try to give some thoughts in an offhand comment. So